There are a few differences in marking items as sold that contain multi-quantities. Let's go ahead and take a look at how to handle your sold multi-quantity items. Here we have an item that's listed on 4 different marketplaces. The first thing you want to note is that multi-quantities are handled differently on every single marketplaces. Let's go ahead and mark this item as sold on a marketplace that is compatible with multi-quantities, such as eBay. Here we have the sales details form. The first thing that's different on this form is now we have the quantity sold field. Here you can select how many of the quantities you have sold. In this example, let's say we only sold 1 of the total amount of quantities that we have of this item. Now we can scroll down, and here you can manage how many of the quantities will remain on each of the marketplaces. If we've sold just 1 quantity out of the total 5, that means that 4 quantities will remain on Depop and eBay. Only 1 quantity will remain on Facebook and Mercari, and this is because Facebook and Mercari do not handle multi-quantity items. Therefore, they only have 1 listing of this item on both of those marketplaces. Notice that if you increase the amount of items that you sold, it will reduce the amount of quantities that are going to be remaining on those marketplaces. Now let's go ahead and take a look at how marking as sold on a marketplace that does not handle multi-quantity items. For example, Mercari. You have the same quantity sold field where you can select how many of the quantities that you sold out of the total amount. However, now notice that because Mercari does not handle multi-quantities, if we were to mark this item as sold on Mercari, that means that Vendoo will delist that listing from Mercari, and it will remain as 0 items remaining on that marketplace. Likewise, it will reduce the quantities on Depop and eBay, and it will keep the listing on Facebook because we still have quantities remaining and we want to continue selling the rest of the quantities of this item. So for Mercari, what you can do is we have this option that you can click where Vendoo will automatically relist your item back onto Mercari, so that way you can continue selling this item on Mercari. Then you can mark it as sold, and Vendoo will make the changes accordingly as it is displayed on this graph. Let's go ahead and mark this item as sold. So now notice on Mercari, this item was delisted and relisted. So after marking as sold, it still has the item back listed onto your Mercari account, and it's still available for sale on Mercari. And this item has been reduced to now 4 quantities. And you can continue doing this until you have sold all of your quantities of your item. Last thing you want to know is on your inventory page, once you sell one of your quantities, the item will still remain under your active section. So 1 quantity has sold on Mercari, but there's still 4 more quantities remaining. Therefore, this item is still displayed under your active section. Once you've sold all of your quantities, then this item is going to transfer over onto the sold section. And here you'll find all of your items that have sold and every single one of its quantities. That's how easy it is to mark your items as sold with multi-quantities. I hope this video is helpful.